continue looking around here. Oh, there's a door here somewhere. Is there like a second floor? Ah, okay. Guess his wife. Okay. Oh, it's just a little balcony. Looking for hidden goodies everywhere. So used to them being somewhere. So never let down on that. This is the Bryce's Guild. Just drop by and look upstairs. Balcony as well, only? Nothing? Okay. Many posters on the wall. Gladly can I read any of them? What is this? Elder Arms and Guards. Sounds like a weapons store, I guess? By saying Josh, you can be a little proud for passing the test at least. Other Braces said we were the youngest to ever pass it. Okay, what does he have? Oh, better bowl increases her strength by 4. Or better kunas increases strength by 3. More interested in the armor than anything. We could get a pair of boots for both of them. Silver extra prevents by the goddess. Prevents poison, prevents blind, prevents sleep. Now for the beginning, let's get 2 defense for each of them since we can afford it. Okay, well then let's equip. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's very easy. You can a weapon, chest, boots, and 2 accessories. Quick save as well. And then check out his balcony, his wife. Ah, Stella knows how to bring her down from her horse. That's good. What is this stuff? Oh, okay, is this the recipe book? What is this? Is this the monster book? This is the Bracer book. Okay. Let's continue exploring a little bit around here. It's like the forge of the blacksmith. Oh, we can enter the sewers again? If there's anything... Seems like we can do some fighting here. Wasn't expecting that, but... We'll take the miss. Help out. Yeah, need both attacks to kill it. Guess we can do some grinding in the early game. Let's see if it's worth the effort. Okay, they always seem, or at least at the moment, seem to focus the one with lower hit points. See if that changes during the game.
Piece of cake.
And it's brown coins. And Joshua's a little behind because he was unconscious. Let's definitely heal before we fight him. Or let's just check at the back if there's anything. Let's see if we can get a hit in. Okay, I guess we gotta use lights. Oof. It's hard. Charge up. I should have went for the attack right away. He's just gonna get another attack in. Yeah. Learning the hard way. Let's see. Okay, we can heal him up and also get the attack in. Oh, and a critical strike. Ooh. 150. Okay.
That's that then. Let's move out.
And we got an onion off the butterflies. Preemptive. Ooh, Jesus. Well. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one. 99. Jesus.
All right, we're good to go.
Oh! I had a sneeze. He appears to be a student from the Genesro Academy. Yeah, employees owner. Okay. Grilling you from... Ah, that's this weird visitor apparently. Okay. Nothing to find here as well. Is that out of the hotel? Clock tower? Oh, you can go inside of the clock tower. Okay. That ain't enough. Okay. each other? Nope. I guess she's afraid of heights from how she reacted there. It sounds like a Abendbar. Okay, that's German for night bar. Oh, it's dark. Ditching work for money, okay. Elissa, okay. On a date together. Estelle really has to show off to everybody that she just got promoted to be a junior bracer now. You don't get to fool of yourself and get very nice. Everybody seems to know how over energetic Estelle is. Wholesome pasta. Oh, let's have the pasta so we have the recipe for it. Fill this up. Let's talk to him. Something else he sells? Little snacks to go. Can we sell? Okay, we can sell ingredients here. It's only one. The onion are worth 3, but everything else is not worth much. Oh, let's just save it. We don't get any money for it. Oh, there's chef back here. Denzel. Eating and cooking. Yeah, he's rather... Okay. A true chef. Let's see the upper floor. Some lady there. From Sunday school. Okay, you should drop by the Sunday school. First of all, we have to find it. Oh, who is you? Okay, somebody wants to join the news. It's a reporter. Two lovers are braces. Claire, aren't you a little bit too young for that? Oh dear Lord. That little kid. What is this? Okay. Received a book. First thing that we got from running around, so let's see. Fiction novel published by Libera. The Imperial Chronicle. I stood there upright in the front revolving door, scuffing the heels of my boots against the ground. Pulling slightly on the collar of my trench coat, I dropped my chin and gazed at the partial reflection in the curved glass. Aside from my short cropped hair, I wore a modest-looking, double-breasted leather raincoat and a pair of special order steel enforced boots, both of which are at first glance appear to be the most common of common apparel. 10 pages, dear Lord. Yet they were in fact much more than the naked eye could detect. To my ordinary average appearance, it was just of much importance today as it has been on the other day in times past. Any other day in times past. Not far off, the sound of footballs echoed rhythmically, like the steady beat of a pendulum swinging back and forth. As the throngs of those coming and going moved quickly along the cobblestone avenue, enveloped and tinged silver by the morning mist. At times, the calling voice of a street peddler disrupted the steady flow, but as soon as the hawking cry faded away, and it would resume its course. Each morning that I found myself setting foot in the Imperial City, I also felt my surroundings to be unchanged and stained by the same sober tone of grey. Snatching up a magazine from the underarm of a street vendor, I tossed a few mirror into the left hand, poised expectantly behind his back. The Imperial Chronicle, the magazine I read, so often that even the ink bleeds were familiar. Roughly flicking open its cover, I scanned the headlines along the top of its monochrome pages. Then suddenly my breath caught in my throat. At the very bottom of the local news page, I found these letters, that sequence of characters which I had not heard nor seen since the time of the life-changing incident. My eyes instantly gravitated to the spot and for a time remained fixated. Einzelnate. The very meaning of those letters became lost to my senses as I stood motionless, my gaze fixed on the same line of text until it all seemed coalesced into a single blotch of ink. After a few seconds of blank comprehension, my vision settled and I wrenched my eyes to the beginning of the article. No? Settled my eyes beginning of as I began to read, my memories verged on a single point in the past and then slowly started to run in reverse, heading for the fateful event 3 years prior that its name was first introduced to me. It was on an afternoon all those years ago, on a day not unlike this one, where the capital was overshadowed by its typical gloomy aura. I was a little younger than now, 22 years old boy who stood silently in front of the boutique door as usual, double checking his appearance before lightly treading over to the Midge's Imperial factory. It was on this day that I had been arranged for me to receive a new job from Midge, the shop owner himself. Although he was a drab, middle-aged man, I began the ornament enthusiast I had found myself as one of his few regular customers. I headed down a dank alleyway, and after passing through a partial rotted wooden gate, I could see the soft glow of the flickering orbital light just outside the entrance of the factory, whose structure was halfway below the street level. I first began receiving my jobs from Mitchell about the time when decisions began to occur in the society over the 100 Days War. It was during this period that relations between the Liberal Kingdom and the Empire were at their worst, and the importation of ornaments had become almost non-existent. Conspiring with underground elements and planning a smuggling operations, Midge made me out to be his accomplice in crime, for the job which I received by his hand was none other than that of the courier. Being nothing more than a commoner in my teens at the time I met him, and a Juvene devoid of any connections in lives beside, I naturally jumped to the opportunity without a moment's hesitation. And even after relations with Liberal had returned to some degree of normalcy, I realized I was in no mood to give up my specialty, which focused mainly on the delivery of stolen goods. The reason being, there was no job out there which could bring in the kind of myriad than this one did. So I was out for the money. With an unrefined and unconspicuous appearance, I had countless times before hidden items of various sorts in my hat and trousers. I had my way hither and thither between the borders of these neighboring nations, and though to my delight my wallet had become increasingly laden with a bounty of monetary rewards, I had routinely changed my alias as a precautionary measure, So much in fact that these false names had built into quite a list over the last few years. I had been known as Phil, the frivolous, Rooney the trickster, and even Chris the coward. However, Mitch had always called me by my one name, Toby. This was the identity I had used for my initial job, the one that I liked above all others. Okay. Two parents seem to be missing their child. I should head home. I'm still interested in finding out where the Sunday school is. Can we head down? That's the landing port. There doesn't seem to be anything back here. Let's see. No. Wrong direction. Nope. Absolutely nothing. Well, I guess we'll head back to our father. Let's head back. Let's head back to our father. Camera movement is something else. Let's say that way. Oh, what's over here? The mayor's residence here. Quick check around the garden. Always make sure there's nothing hidden. And thus we'll drop by the mayor for a second. And this is sometimes helps me to drop it down. Hey, she seems to be nice. She seems to be a nice housewife, not abusing the maid. The mayor? Oh, my throat. Balcony? Yes. Anything on the balcony? No. I think there was another floor we could go up to. Yes. Anything on the roof here? Up. And let's head out. Back to our father. Drop off the newspaper and tell him we were successful with our test. Come on. Feed through. Ironing? That's something for us? To the tower that lies in the northern outskirts of Roland. The Tower of Esmelas. Okay. Seemed like our first official quest here to save Luke and Pat.